I want you to sit and I want you to ask yourself a question. Why do you want the six pack in the first place? Like, what is it that's drawn you towards it? Why is it important to you? Because so many people will set off on the goal of trying to get the six pack, and for never asking that question, that's why they'll never get anywhere close to doing it. You see, one thing I always say to the men inside the Gorilla Platoon is it's not even about the six pack. It's about what the six pack could give you. You see, I feel like as men, all we ever really want is freedom. And we can be as free, you can be as free as you want. You can literally walk around this earth with no responsibilities, like living wherever you want, doing whatever you want. But you're never truly free until you can control what goes on between your own eyes. In fact, for most men, when they're left just to their thoughts of inside their brain, they literally start to self-destruct. So what we do here at the Gorilla Platoon is we use the physique as simply just a vehicle to achieve that mental freedom. Because when you can achieve mental freedom, the body will follow suit. Now, for most people I speak to that watch the channel, you gain the most insights from the mindset stuff or the mindset concepts I give you inside this channel. And as opposed to giving you 3 exercises to grow your biceps or how to get the last little bit of body fat off, while all that stuff's important, for sure, while we'll still talk about it sometimes, for sure, this is truly what's going to actually get you results. And this is what we stand for at the Gorilla Platoon. So we must first understand that you have, in order to get to this level, you need to see where you are now, where you need to get to, and why you want that. Inside the Gorilla Platoon, when the lads come in, they'll do what's called the document of how to create the 2.0 version of you, and it's a lecture that we've created and one that they'll then watch and produce their own 2.0 version of you. Because if you're watching this and you've ever tried to get in shape and it didn't work, this is why it didn't work. You have your current self. You try to move away from him by changing your habits and getting in shape, but you've always had this pull to snap back to who you are comfortable with, and most importantly, your identity and who you know. The reason why you always snap back is because when you go so far away from your current self, you end up in no man's land, and it essentially feels like you don't know who you are anymore. That's not a nice feeling, and it's definitely not a nice feeling if you're trying to do this by yourself without having these concepts, because you will just snap back to what's comfortable. It's human nature. We want to feel connected, we want community, and we want to almost have clarity and know who we are. So the reason I make the men do this document is we need to give you a direction and endpoint of who you're trying to become. We need to change your identity first. We need to change how you see yourself first so that the physique can follow suit. If you try and focus and chase the physique first, it won't happen, because you'll not be the person that can get the physique. You'll be current you with a six-pack, and the two just don't go hand in hand. You must change to a new character version of you, and this is why I get the guys to create the 2.0 version of them. For simple terms, we can call it the athlete version of you. So the way you actually change and get in shape like this, and this is what we do for men at the Gorilla Platoon, is you will structure out who is that individual. You'll first of all get a picture of who you want to look like, or you can draw it out, whatever. So you know visually what you're aiming for. But then the most important section comes off the back of that. You're going to list what are 6 of his character traits, and you'll write those down. He is someone that's consistent. He is someone that's disciplined. He is someone that's resilient. He is someone that has integrity for himself. And you'll list out these character traits. You'll also list the mindsets of the individual that he would have. He is strong-willed. He believes everything is coming to him. He believes it is his birthright to get in shape. He believes if it's been done by another man, it can be done by him. He believes with enough time and effort, he can achieve whatever he wants in life. And then when you've got those on paper, you now know how you need to be thinking, how you need to be acting, and then to get even more specific, you're going to structure out who you need or how you need to live within a 24-hour period. So you've got your, we'll call these North Stars, character, mindset, because you're going to need those, otherwise the next bit you won't be able to follow. But then we need the specific tactics as well to supplement that. So that's going to be, he will wake up at, and write the time you need to get up. Write the next thing he's going to do, which is more than likely go to the bathroom and then weigh himself daily, because that's accountability to make sure he's on track towards getting the six-pack. he will then do X. It might be steps. He will then go to work. He will then have meal one at this time. He will then finish work. He will then train at this time. He'll then go back to work at this time. He'll then do his cardio after work. His family time is here. His food prep time is here. You can live write out the routine of the individual you need to become. Now, the reason why trying to live with balance, the reason why just one drink this weekend is okay, or you can just have one cheat meal this week. The reason why I don't advocate for that as much as it would get me more like, I'd appease more people by doing it, and I see coaches online saying you can still have a social life. Honestly, I don't believe that. And the reason I don't believe that is not because they're wrong. You can. Technically, you can. I mean, technically, all you really need to do is be in a calorie deficit and you'll get the physique. Technically. But the reason I don't like that is it's not about that. It's not about being like, but I can have alcohol and stay on plan. I can have a cheat meal and still technically be in my calorie deficit. It's not about that. Because it's not about the six-pack, then what? It was about the character of the person you needed to become. So the reason I don't want you to have cheat meals, the reason I don't want you to have one drink on the weekend, the reason I don't want you to do any of that stuff is I want you to use the time it takes you to get from where you are now to the physique you desired. I want you to use that as time to develop your character, as time to actually change as a human being. You're going to use this to change who you are. You're not just going to try and suffer your way through it and count down the weeks and think how many days I've got left till I get the six-pack. Because it's surface level thinking. Like, you're going to do this anyway. It's going to be tough anyway. Get the full benefit and the full package of who you're going to become along the way. Because guess what? If you can do it for getting a six-pack, which I don't know what the population is of how many people have a six-pack, but it's probably less than 10% across the world. So if you can do something that gets you something that only 10% of the world can get, you can use that for other areas of your life. The same man you need to become to get this six-pack is the same man you need to be probably an amazing father and amazing partner. Because, right, you need to be consistent for your people. You need to have the discipline for your people. You need to turn up for them daily. You need to have integrity and be honest to those people. Like, so the universal traits you're going to develop all along the way. But if we give you the opportunity to, like, cop out and cheat meals and this, that, and the other, you don't develop the traits. You don't develop the character. Which means you can't use this as a vessel to change the next period of your life. Where we could have you playing on autopilot, we could have you being very efficient with how your self-development goes by using this and developing the character traits. Plus, it will just allow you to swim downstream towards the goal and make everything work for you rather than against you. This is what we instill at the Gorilla Platoon, and I would say this is why we get the results we do. This is how we get people literally peeled to the bone, because we make you fix how you see yourself first, then the secondary order of effects becomes a lot easier. If you try and just chase after a six-pack, you more than likely, you probably just won't even get it. If you try and tactic your way to a six-pack, you've probably tried this in the past. Did it work? More than likely not, for the reason that we've just spoke about many times on this video. So that's why I don't want you cheating at the weekend. Not because it won't work, it'll work, but it's more what it's actually doing to you as a person. And that's why it's more than this, because you wanted the mental freedom. Mental freedom comes from discipline. It doesn't come from like manipulating your calorie deficit to have the thing that you wanted anyway. And it's, you essentially want your cake and eat it. Whereas I want to see you develop discipline. You can't really have both. I'm sure you get my point with this. So this is what the Gorilla Platoon is about. Obviously, we meet up in person as a brotherhood of men. We've done some photo shoots. We're about to go do some mountains. And that's what this is really all about. So I just thought I'd make a quick video so you can understand the concept and the mindset of why we get the results we do. And then see this as deeper. See this as we achieve mental freedom first, so you can achieve physical freedom in your body second, so then you can walk around as the new character version of you and level up the other areas of your life that are important to you that require solid levels of character. And then you can go on and live a solid, happy, healthy life. So if you found this video value, great. Subscribe to the channel. If you want to come and join us, then feel free. There'll be a link in the description, and I'll see you on the inside.